Today, we're unpacking a really profound, deeply human concept. This fascinating idea of the solace of imagined understanding. In this explainer, we're going to deconstruct exactly what this reveals about our minds, how we actually cope with distress, and how we kind of magically manufacture our own emotional safety nets.
So I want you to look inward for just a second. Have you ever felt completely, perfectly understood by someone who, well, isn't actually real? It sounds kind of paradoxical, right? But think about the sheer psychological weight of finding perfect comfort in a totally imagined connection. You know, we all have those moments where the physical world just feels isolating. And the source text we're exploring today forces us to confront this exact phenomenon. It basically asks us to validate the very real emotional comfort we can extract from a completely fabricated presence.
Section 1. The Craving for Understanding. Unpacking the human need to be understood.
You know, what's so fascinating about this single word, understood, is that it literally represents the absolute baseline of our psychology. Before we even get into imagination or solace, we have to recognize that the pursuit of feeling understood is the engine driving this whole shebang. It's our anchor. Honestly, without the deficit of feeling misunderstood in our day-to-day lives, our minds would never actually need to step in and create a substitute.
Our text specifically points to the psychology of people, highlighting that this isn't just some fleeting wish. Being understood is a core focus of human psychology. It's a deeply rooted desire and really the absolute foundation of any perceived connection. We're constantly broadcasting these signals to friends, family, colleagues, basically hoping someone catches them and says, "Hey, I get you." But, well, what happens when they don't?
Moving on to Section 2. Finding solace in imagination. When reality falls short, the mind steps in.
The word solace is absolutely key here. It shows us we're not just talking about idle daydreaming. Solace literally means comfort or consolation in a time of distress. It's an active, highly functional psychological coping strategy. The mind actually senses the pain of not being understood and then actively deploys a countermeasure just to stabilize you.
Think about it. If you contrast the messy reality of dealing with real people against a perfectly tailored imagined connection, it's wild. Real understanding is hard. It requires vulnerability, communication, and navigating another person's ego, which, let's be real, can be completely exhausting. Imagined understanding, though, it bypasses all that friction. It is immediate, flawless, and perfectly calibrated to exactly what your psyche needs in that specific moment.
And that brings us right back to our title phrase. By merging these concepts, the text reveals how the mind brilliantly manufactures its own comfort by generating this imagined space where perfect understanding exists, the solace of imagined understanding. It's basically a beautifully self-contained feedback loop. The brain diagnoses a lack of emotional warmth and then successfully generates that exact warmth internally, completely independent of the outside world.
Okay, Section 3. The psychology behind it. The inner workings of the imagined connection.
The psychological mechanism unfolding here is just fascinating. First off, it's entirely driven by an internal need for solace, like an SOS distress signal. Second, it relies on the sheer horsepower of human imagination. But crucially, and this is the big one, it successfully creates a genuine feeling of being understood. The physiological and emotional relief you experience isn't fake, even if the source of it is. The comfort you feel, that is 100% real. Looking at this quote from our source, The Psychology of People Who Imagine Being Understood, it actually validates this phenomenon. It's not a flaw, or actually, let's be clear, it's definitely not some kind of delusion, but rather a distinct, observable psychological behavior. It frames it as an incredible area of human cognition that's totally worthy of study. It actually suggests that people who do this are highly resilient. They're taking control of their own emotional needs and utilizing their cognitive resources to survive emotional isolation.
Which leads us to Section 4. Someone who doesn't exist. The ultimate source of unconditional solace.
Now we hit the ultimate paradox of our entire topic. Someone who doesn't exist. The most perfect solace, the absolute most flawless empathy, is derived from a completely non-existent entity. It's a stunning realization when you think about it. The ultimate confidant is literally a ghost constructed by your own neurons. You can really think of this as a three-step cognitive journey. Step 1, you're seeking solace because of an unmet emotional need. Step 2, your mind imagines the understanding you just can't find externally. And Step 3, you connect with someone who doesn't exist to finalize that feeling.
It is a seamless, self-protective sequence taking place entirely within your own mind.
And we really have to acknowledge the massive contrast here. Real people are flawed. They judge, they misunderstand, they project their own insecurities onto you, or maybe they're just simply too busy to listen. But an imagined entity, they provide absolute unconditional solace, no competing agenda whatsoever. They exist literally just to listen, to validate, and to perfectly comprehend the nuances of your feelings without interruption or judgment.
Finally, Section 5, Why This Matters Today, the enduring power of psychological solace.
So, what's the big takeaway here? Well, first, solace isn't a weakness. It is a powerful, absolutely necessary psychological driver for survival. Second, never underestimate your own mind. Imagination has the profound power to create real, tangible feelings of emotional safety. And third, even entities that don't exist can provide profound, genuine human comfort. The mind is just remarkably resourceful. It's capable of conjuring the exact understanding it desperately needs, literally out of thin air.
When we put the puzzle pieces back together and read the full text from our source, the solace of imagined understanding, the psychology of people who imagine being understood by someone who doesn't exist, we see this single sentence is actually a vast, empathetic mirror. It reflects exactly how we protect our own hearts. It isn't a statement about loneliness at all. Actually, wait, it's more like a testament to the incredible, built-in survival mechanisms of human psychology.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want you to take this question with you. What does your need for solace reveal about your own psychology? When the real world gets too loud or just too distant, and you seek that quiet comfort, who exactly is the imagined entity that finally understands you? I'll leave you to ponder that one. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive, and keep asking those fascinating questions about how your mind works.